In a world ravaged by a zombie virus, men are still immersed in their games. Suddenly a rapid knocking at the door broke the silence. Ethan immediately opened the door. A panicked girl burst in suddenly. She quickly closed the door and then threw herself into his arms. To his shock, she was the girl next door he had secretly loved for a long time. Ethan, who had been single for decades, was secretly overjoyed. After the girl calmed down a bit, Ethan asked her with concern what had happened. She trembled as she said that a strange man had attacked her just moments ago. Moreover, he had bitten her hard. Ethan, however, didn't take it too seriously. He kept comforting her, trying to calm her down. In that atmosphere, the girl couldn't help but kiss him. Then she peacefully fell asleep in his arms. At that moment, Ethan was filled with sweet anticipation. After decades of being single, he was finally going to find someone tonight. But he didn't know that this was all just his wishful thinking. He didn't know how long it had been when Ethan suddenly woke from his sweet dream. Suddenly he noticed something was off about the girl. She had obviously turned into a terrifying zombie. Ethan was so frightened by this scene that he quickly ran away. Behind him, the girl chased him relentlessly, causing panic. Seeing the girl he once loved turn into this broke Ethan's heart. Helpless, Ethan decided to stop liking her. So he picked up a toilet seat and ended her suffering. However, this was just the beginning of the tragedy. An unknown virus rapidly swept through the entire city. On the streets, zombies roamed freely, instilling fear. The entire city was paralyzed overnight, leaving it in ruins. Over 99% of the global population was infected. Only a small number of people survived by chance. And Ethan was one of those lucky ones. Although he was a socially anxious guy, at this moment he just wanted to see other living people. Therefore he decided to head to the next city to look for other survivors. However, he hadn't walked far when he heard the sound of a car approaching from afar. He turned around in confusion and saw a heavily modified vehicle driving towards him. The aura emanating from the car sent chills down his spine. Frightened, Ethan hurriedly looked for cover. However, the vehicle stopped right in front of him. He could only use a motorcycle for cover. At that moment, a man stepped out of the car. He exuded an aura of strength. The two immediately drew their guns upon meeting. Jason remained calm and collected. Meanwhile, Ethan was trembling beside him. In this standoff, his life was in jeopardy. To save his life, he quickly gestured for a ride. Jason was cold-hearted, but he also had a warm side. He motioned for Ethan to get in the car quickly. Thus, the duo for survival in the apocalypse was officially formed. The two headed to a mall together to search for supplies. To ensure safety, Jason started playing the guitar to lure the zombies. Soon enough, a zombie was indeed attracted. Jason acted decisively and took the zombie down with one shot. But just after taking one down, another zombie appeared. This time the zombie was large and fearsome. Jason's equipment was truly diverse and impressive. He pulled a huge pair of scissors out of his backpack. After a series of operations, the zombie fell with a thud, its body separated. Just then a woman suddenly appeared. In such circumstances, the chances of encountering survivors were slim. She pitifully begged for their help, crying tears. It turned out that her sister had been bitten by a zombie and the situation was critical. Her sister hoped to end her life before she transformed. She wanted to borrow their gun to end her own life. Just as Jason was about to pull the trigger, the sister insisted on doing it herself. Jason nodded in agreement without thinking much. However, once she got the gun, she changed completely. The two were completely at a loss. It turned out that this was all part of their scheme. They not only stole all the supplies, but also drove away Jason's car, leaving the two stunned.